What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and we've got to talk about Sundial stock today, ticker symbol SNDL, because this stock is one of the most manipulated stocks I've ever seen. It's so pushed down by short, it's crazy. But we actually have some good news regarding Sundial stock today, some potentially good news that we can take a look at. But first, let's take a look at the chart. And there's a couple of things I wanted to show you guys, just talking about the Sundial shorts and what's been going on with it. But you can actually see that we are down about 2% on the day. We were looking not too bad in the pre-market and after hours yesterday, but we did end up getting pushed down pretty much as soon as the market opened. However, overall, this isn't necessarily a horrible thing for Sundial regarding how many shorts there are in this thing. We actually have some good news on the short-wise, on the short indicator today, which we will get to in a second. I just wanted to talk about this article real quick. We don't actually want to read the article, but the title, Sundial Stock Forecast, Sundial Growers dips as meme sector continues to struggle. This is definitely something that's going on, right? A lot of these what are considered to be more memey stocks, and Sundial was at one point considered a very memey stock, especially about a year ago when they were pumping up to highs of 420, although it doesn't show that on the chart. That's where they got after hours. They got to 420 on calls on Reddit around the same time the GameStop was pumping and AMC was pumping. A lot of people were calling for Sundial to pump up to 420 as a meme as well. And so definitely, a lot of the meme stocks have been suffering. That has translated into Sundial's price falling as well. A lot of the meme investors have been getting hurt on their other trades. Some may have needed to pull some money out of Sundial and just figured that, it was going to be a while before Sundial would be pumping since it was getting manipulated down so hard by institutions and shorts. So certainly, Sundial has been falling a little bit due to meme stocks suffering in general. But Sundial is much more than a meme stock. It really does have potential in the future. It had a great earnings call, right? The best earnings call they've ever had happened just a couple of weeks ago. And they did pump up all the way up to almost $1, 99.96 cents on that news before getting pushed down to below where they were trading right before the earnings call. You can see they were trading around 70 cents right before the earnings call a couple of days prior, and now they're trading around 64 cents. So they have certainly been pushed down far too much. A lot of this is due to shorts that we're going to look at right here on Ortex, and you can see that some shorts are actually starting to cover. Now, it doesn't show that today, right? Today, shorts are relatively stagnant. It's actually increased just a bit today. But if you remember, back on Wednesday when we were looking at the short interest, it was around 313 million. So about 30 million shorts covered. And that accounts for about 10% of the total short interest. So about 10% of shorts have actually covered their positions. Now that we're at 283 million shares short instead of 313 million, that brings us down short interest-wise to 13.78% of the free float. We obviously missed this on Friday when we were all, away with family for Thanksgiving and the break and whatnot. But some shorts have taken the opportunity to weasel their way out of Sundial stock, and this is actually a continuing pattern that we've seen, right? Sundial stock often will get pumped up big, on some hypey news, and theoretically it should rise quite a bit, but then shorts come in and they actually push the thing down, right? You see short interest increase massively. A little bit of it increased right before the earnings call, but then the earnings call happened, Sundial's price pumped up, and thus Sundial was shorted very heavily. That continued to push Sundial down over the next couple of days, right? And then the momentum was there. The traders were worried that Sundial was moving down. Obviously, we had a gap to fill at that point, and some shorts began exiting, which they've continued doing somewhat heavily over the past couple of days, right? Over Thursday and Friday, a lot of shorts were likely getting out. Well, not on Thursday when the markets were closed, but on Friday, a lot of shorts were likely getting out. Maybe near the end of Wednesday as well, a lot of shorts were exiting their positions. A decent amount of them, at least about 30 million shares that were shorted, have been exited. And, I will point out that it's very tough to figure out exactly what's going on with the Sundial shorts. A lot of that is because very many shares are traded in dark pools. Very many shares are shorted in dark pools. All right, a lot of these numbers that we get are a little bit delayed because if you look at the dark pool short volume, and this is Sundial stock we're talking about, if you look at the dark pool short volume, you'll see that pretty much half of the volume for Sundial stock is shorted on dark pools pretty much every day. If you look, we'll look at the Sundial chart and we'll pull that up and see about how many shares are trading each day. If you look at the 1-year chart, you'll see, if we pull up the volume right here, that there are about, on Friday, there were about 60 million shares traded, 82 million. Looks like we have 122 million the day before, 112 million, 125 million. So around 100 million shares traded, other than when Sundial was pumping up big. But you can also see, if you look at the short volume, at least the dark pool short volume, that a lot of shorts are shorting Sundial in dark pools, and you can see about 48 million. So that's almost half of what Sundial trades in a day. Just being short, 45 million short the day before, 45 million there, 39 million there. On Friday, we only had 22 million because Friday was a shorter trading day. So obviously the volumes are going to be lower. But if you look at the total dark pool volume, you'll see that these numbers are also quite large, right? 64 million, 91 million, 86 million, 96 million. A ton of shares are trading in dark pools, and that allows institutions to better manipulate the price because they don't have as stringent reporting requirements as when they're trading on regular exchanges. But it is very fishy to see this many shares trading in Sundial. It is certainly one of the most manipulated stocks that I've seen in a long time. But that doesn't mean that it can't go up, right? I'm still very bullish on Sundial stock, and it's good to see that some shorts are starting to cover, right? That shorts are getting out of their short positions, at least some of them. Some shorts obviously expect Sundial to start moving up. Otherwise, they would continue to maintain their short positions and potentially add more to them. But right now, we're seeing some shorts covered, and that's actually a good thing. I think that shorts realize they have pushed Sundial down too far, essentially, right? It's gone down below where it was before the earnings call. We haven't quite gotten to the lows of Sundial yet. I think if we got to around 61 cents, then we would be at the lows. But you can see that just last Friday in the pre-market, we got to 62.8 cents right here at the lows in the pre-market. Granted, the pre-market has much lower volumes than the regular trading day, and we haven't been that low yet. But we have been pretty darn low on Sundial as of late, and I think that we are certainly getting close to a bottom. I think that a lot of people are starting to realize that there is a lot of potential upside in Sundial, not just because of the short squeeze potential it has, which we'll talk about in a second, but also because of the legalization potential. Once legalization really comes to the United States federally, I think that's going to be huge hype news for Sundial. I think they're going to move up massively on it. They've got a ton of good catalysts. They've got share buybacks. They certainly have the ability to start rallying on a meme-driven rally, right? If people really just start moving into Sundial stock because of the meme, that could really drive Sundial stock price up quite a bit. The market cap for Sundial is only just over $1 billion, I believe, so it's still a very low market cap considering how high some of the meme stocks like AMC and GameStop have gotten. So there is no real limit to how high Sundial could go in the short term, at least. I think that we could certainly get much higher in the short term if people start buying into it big. Obviously, that would take a lot of influence, a lot of momentum. A lot of people on Reddit and Wall Street Bets would have to be moving into Sundial stock, and for that to happen, we'd have to get a lot more interest in Sundial stock, which you can see on Google Trends. We've been relatively stagnant as of late. The past 7 days, you can see right here, there wasn't much activity over the weekend. But other than that, we've remained relatively stagnant. So what we're looking for is for a lot more interest to flow into Sundial due to one catalyst or another, right? We're looking for either potentially some legalization news to start driving more investors into Sundial. And once Sundial price starts rising, that's when more people tend to start searching for a stock. So if Sundial price starts to rise a decent amount, then I think we could start trending on Google Trends. We get a lot of people searching for it, moving on to Reddit, posting about it, and that's what we really want, right? Obviously, we really want legalization. That should move Sundial up a ton. That could be the catalyst that spikes the meme-driven rally, but I think a meme-driven rally could be incredible stuff for Sundial stock to help squeeze out some shorts, which we do have quite a few of, still 283 million shares short on Sundial stock. So if they all had to cover, especially at higher prices, that would be very painful and costly for them and very beneficial for anyone holding Sundial stock when they start driving the price up by covering their positions. That would be very good stuff to see. So all in all, I am not too worried about Sundial stock. I think we have fallen far too much. I think Sundial, at this price, in my opinion at least, is a good buy. Obviously, this isn't financial advice. I'm not trying to convince anyone to buy Sundial. I'm just sharing my opinion, so not financial advice. Don't do anything I say. I'm just telling you guys what I think and giving you my personal opinion on the thing. But that's what I think about Sundial. So if you guys enjoyed the video and enjoy Sundial stock, feel free to hit the subscribe button. If you like Sundial stock, I make videos about it regularly. Make sure not to miss any by hitting subscribe. And definitely hit the like button if you appreciate the content. But other than that, guys, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.